We're going to be working this week on the salutation to the sun. And the sun series we do in our yoga practice primarily to begin to really warm up the body. It warms up all the big muscles of the body, the shoulders, the upper back, the lower back, the hamstrings will all be warmed up efficiently and quickly so that we can move on with our practice as the days pass by. So if you are practicing in your living room, I encourage you to push your coffee table out of the way, make a little room, and join us for a little bit of our yoga practice today. I'm sure you'll feel better if you just do the first few minutes with us. So if you come standing, spreading your toes, and lifting your arches, if you just take your attention to your lower back, and just make sure you're not swaying your lower back in too much like this. You want to sort of have a relaxed and even lower back. So you want to think about taking the tailbone down towards the earth as you relax the shoulders back and reach up through the crown of your head. We'll begin our practice today by just lifting the arms with the inhalation. We'll inhale and lift the arms and lift the gaze and look up. And exhale, just relax the arms back down by your side, using the breath to create the movement. And inhale, we lift the arms and lift the gaze and look up. And exhale, just release the arms, draw the tailbone down to the floor, relax the shoulders. And once again, we'll inhale, lift the arms, the gaze lifts. This time we're going to hinge forward. Remember, you can come forward with your knees a little bent. You can drop your head all the way down. If you're rounding your spine, if you feel that this is creating any kind of strain in your lower back, I'd like you to bend your knees so that you're looking forward now with a straight back. Either your hands are on the floor, on your ankles, or even up as high as your shins near the knees. We want to have a straight back when we're doing yoga practice. We don't want to round the lower back at all. And then exhale, we'll fold back down again and drop the head all the way down. And then inhale, we'll lift the head, the upper body, the shoulders all the way back up. Use your breath. And exhale, relax the arms down. The Sun Series creates a flowing atmosphere for the rest of your practice. It establishes a very fluid and strong connection to the breath. So it's at this time during your practice that you really want to feel the connection to the breath and feel how the breath moves the body. So once again, we'll inhale and lift the arms. Use your breath, go a little higher. And exhale, come forward, lengthen the spine out, pull in your lower belly and drop your head all the way down. Make sure you're not rounding your back when you inhale and look forward. Remember, you can bend your knees to look ahead, straight back like this. And exhale, fold back down again. Drop your head here. Let's just stay here for a moment. Make sure your shoulders are really relaxed. Let your head drop. Let it just hang down. Completely relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw, relax your face. And then with the breath, again, once again, inhale, lift your head and your shoulders, your arms. Come all the way up as you draw the tailbone down. Look up at your thumbs. And exhale, back into Samastitihi. Equal standing posture. It brings us back to center, back to the connection that we share with the earth through the soles of the feet. So if you just imagine the soles of the feet growing roots from down below into the earth and feel connected and solid and connected deeper and deeper into the center of the earth. We'll just take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, relax the jaw, the face, and the crown of the head. If you're ever feeling stressed in the neck, shoulders, this is an excellent little exercise to relax the tops of the shoulders, the back of the neck. It relaxes the jaw muscles. You can do this sitting on a chair, and you can continue to do this posture as we pause. We'll take a short break, and we'll come back to continue our work on the sun salutations. you release your arms now and just bring them back down by your side, we're going to begin now to work on the movements that make up the Sun series. We're going to take it a little bit farther this time. Try to do what you can with us. If you're ever a little confused and you're not sure, just stop and look at what we're doing and then join in whenever you feel ready. So we'll just ground ourselves down through our feet, spread the toes, relax the shoulders, and draw the tailbone down. From Samastitihi, we'll inhale and lift the arms, lift the gaze, and look up. And exhale, we'll flow forward, taking the hands down beside the feet and let the head drop all the way down. Inhale, look up with a straight back. And exhale, we're going to take the hands down and step the right leg back and step the left leg back. We'll bring both knees down to the floor. Make sure you keep your elbows in close and come down, bringing the chest towards the floor. Inhale and then exhale. Take your hips back down to your heels, point your feet, bring your forehead to the floor. Spread your fingers wide. Lift your elbows up off the floor and sort of stretch out through your shoulders. This is an excellent way to release tension through the neck and the upper back. You can do this posture anytime when you're tired, before bed at night, and this will help to just release a lot of tension from your upper back. You really want to try to relax the shoulders as much as you can. And then we'll inhale and lift the head. Come back to our hands and knees. Inhale, tip the head up, tip the sitting bones up. And exhale, really try to arch the spine and ground the spine and drop the head. So now, here's a time now where we're asking you to round your spine. It's a nice stretch for the lower back. Then inhale and curve the spine in, create a nice deep arch. Tip the head up, the sitting bones up, and then exhale again, round the spine. So you're pulling the abdominals in, you're rounding the spine and dropping the head down. And one more time, we'll inhale and lift the head, arch the spine, look forward. This time we're going to curl the toes under and we're going to take our hips up and back. This is now called downward facing dog pose. Try bending your knees as a way to warm up into this pose. Drop your head down between your arms. Try to roll your shoulders away from your ears as much as you can. And just more important than anything else is focus on the breath. You always want to be tipping the sitting bones back and up as you relax the crown of the head down to try to achieve maximum length, the full length of the spine from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. You want it to be long and open. And then from here, we'll inhale and lift the head. And then we're going to step the feet forward, back up to the front. Inhale, look forward. Remember to make sure your back is straight. And then exhale and fold back down. Drop your head. Let it hang there. Completely relax. And then inhale. Lift your head. Lift your arms. Come all the way back up. Relax your shoulders. Look up at your thumbs. And exhale. Relax the arms down. Great. Relax your shoulders. Let them completely drop down. Draw your tailbone a little bit down and your front ribs a little bit in. So you can see when Cheryl draws the tail down and brings the ribs in, her posture automatically becomes very close to perfection. So from here, once again, we turn out the palms. As we lift the arms, we try to relax the shoulders down. And then exhale, hinge forward and elongate the spine from the crown to the tail all the way down. Drop the head, relax the shoulders. And inhale, look forward. And exhale, we're going to step the right leg back. Then step the left leg back, come down to your knees. Keep your elbows in close. Now watch this. Make sure you're not letting your elbows turn out and go wide when you come down in this posture. This creates unnecessary tension across the front of the shoulders here. It's really important that you bend your elbows and keep them in really close to the side of your body. So try it. Bend your elbows, come down, keep them really close, and then press into your hands and go back into child's pose. Remember, you point your feet, take your hips back to your heels, drop your head. Keep some awareness in your hands, keep your fingers spread, your shoulders rolling away from your ears. Feel the energy moving into the hands through the arms. And then inhale, we're gonna lift the head, look forward, come up to your hands and knees, and then we're gonna inhale, tip the head up, the sitting bones up, and exhale, do the opposite. You want to round the spine as much as you can. So you tighten the abdominals, you pull them in, you drop the head. Do the opposite. Now inhale, lift your head, arch the spine in, tip the sitting bones up, and let the belly just hang down. Once more, pull in the belly, pull in the abdominals, drop the head, drop the tail. And then once more, inhale, lift the head, drop the belly, lift the sitting bones, curl your toes under. Lift your hips, lift your knees, lift your hips, take them up and back, and you're back into downward facing dog pose. This posture we will come back to over and over and over again. Downward facing dog pose is like the garlic of yoga. You just want to do it all the time in your practice. It strengthens the upper body, which is most important for women who maybe tend to have weaker arm strength and upper body. So downward facing dog will strengthen the upper body as it releases the hamstrings. Try putting a little emphasis on pulling your belly in just a little bit, especially the lower belly muscles. Relax your head. This is the hard part. This is what everybody has trouble doing, letting the head release and the shoulders relax. We carry so much tension in our shoulders. We tend to carry it into our yoga practice. We want to try very hard to release the tension and just feel strong. Then we're going to lift our heads. We're going to step our right foot forward, left foot forward, as many steps as it takes to get back to the front. Then inhale, look forward, and exhale, fold and drop all the way down. Let your head hang. And then inhale, lift your head, lift your arms, use your breath. Take that inhalation all the way up to your hands. And exhale, relax the arms down. Great. Samastitihi, equal standing, back to center. Feel the connection with the soles of the feet, the earth below you. We're going to separate the feet, hip width. Make sure the feet aren't turning out, but they're just straight ahead, directly below your hips. We'll take our hands to our hips. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees a little bit and lengthen your spine forward. Let's just stop right here for 1 second. See if you can feel your abdominal muscles. Instead of just letting them hang down and loose, draw the lower belly just a little bit in to support the lower back. And then exhale, come forward even further. Release your hands and grab your big toe with your index, middle finger, and thumb. They wrap around the toes. Then your elbows turn out to the side. Your wrists lift a little bit. And you drop your head down between your arms, down maybe even as far as between your legs, like Maria here. You want to relax the breath. Remember, this posture for beginners is practiced with a little bit of bend in the knees. So this is a very safe way to practice these forward bends. You want to try as much as possible not to be rounding the lower back. So bend your knees if it feels like your lower back is rounding, and let your head drop and let your breath be very calm and steady. We'll try the second hand position. We'll inhale and lift the head and look forward. Then exhale, we just slip the hands right under the feet, bringing the toes all the way to the wrists. Take a little weight into your toes, and that will shift the hips a little forward. Then drop your head down. And again, just breathe steady breaths. The elbows turn out wide. The spine gets longer and longer as you begin to relax into the posture. It's not about ever forcing or trying too hard. It's more about just finding the breath and releasing tension, and then the body seems to lengthen, the spine seems to grow. You'll find space. Then inhale and lift the head. Exhale, take your hands back to your waist. Lift your elbows up towards the sky, and inhale. As you come up, you draw your lower belly in, your tail down, and your feet together. We'll inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze, and reach up. And exhale, flow forward. Take your hands beside your feet and drop your head down. Inhale, lift your head and look up. And exhale, we're just going to bend our knees here and we're going to sit right down. We'll stretch the legs straight out in front. If you just reach behind and just pull your sitting bones back and out a little bit to the side. We're going to reach forward for the ankles or for the toes. Remember, you can bend your knees. Inhale and exhale, fold forward. You can stay in this posture as we take a short break, and we'll come back to do the resting postures. We're now going to begin our resting postures. If you're still in your forward bend, then inhale and lift your head and come up. And exhale, you can release your feet and lie down on your back. If you have been practicing on a hard floor like hardwood floor, you might want to move over now to a rug if you have one handy. You can bend your knees and pull your knees in towards your chest. And rock a little bit from side to side. Just make sure your face is relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. And then we'll inhale and stretch the right leg straight out onto the floor. And exhale, you're going to hold your left knee with your right hand and cross it all the way across the top of the body over to the other side. And see, maybe you can bring it down to the floor. Remember, you can use your hand to apply a little pressure to bring that knee down to the floor. Turn your head to the opposite side and try to breathe a little space into your chest, into your shoulders, and into your upper back. Then inhale and lift your left leg back up and pull both knees back in towards the chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. And then we'll stretch out the opposite leg. So we'll take the left leg straight out. We'll hold the right knee with the left hand. Cross it over the front of the body. See if you can bring that knee down towards the floor. Turn your head the opposite direction, and you should feel a very wonderful stretch from the base of the skull to the top of the shoulder. So if you just create and imagine a little more space from the top of the shoulder to the base of the skull, let your head just fall there. Don't force it, but use your breath to release and relax the head and try to melt a little bit of tension out of your neck and out of your shoulders. And then we'll bring the leg back up to center again and pull both knees in towards your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. And then we'll bring the knees so that they're straight out from the hips. So straight up from the hips. So we're not hugging them in anymore, but now we're creating a little bit of space in the lower back so that you could even slip some papers under your lower back. So the curve of the lower back is being maintained, and it's really important to be able to feel that curve and not always press the lower back into the floor when we do these stretches, but to also be able to feel what that natural curve feels like and to relax into that curve. Again, you want to feel a natural curve at the back of the neck as well. So you're not trying to press the back of your neck into the floor, but again, you want to be able to feel the space under your neck. You want to close your eyes now. Relax your jaw. Relax the forehead and the crown of the head. And now we'll bring the feet down to the floor. And we'll slowly begin to inch the feet away from the hips. Just try a couple of inches at a time. Go really slow, then stop when you get to about the halfway mark. And just pick up your tailbone and tip it under a little bit. So you're trying to lengthen out the curve in your lower back just a little bit. It's like a little pelvic tilt action. You can either keep your knees bent like this, or you can continue to walk your feet further and further away from your hips. If it's a little uncomfortable to have your legs straight, then just keep your knees a little bit bent for now. You can close your eyes. Roll your shoulders under so that they're away from your ears, and just relax your arms out by your side, about a 30-degree angle from the body, with the palms facing up, the palms relaxed, the fingertips relaxed. Don't grip. Any gripping action in the hand indicates tension in the neck and shoulders. I'd like you to just stay like this, relax. Visualize something very beautiful happening in your life today. And please come back and join us the next time for Breathing Space Yoga.